Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host Mary Ellen. This is either a one of or an intermittent episode of Traveler's Notebook talk and maybe at some point make. Do that? So what do I want to do? How did we get here is the first question. We got here because Kirsten at Crafting with a K, who runs the channel Adventure in Crafting and Art, made a TN, and I really like that. And I also follow Jane the Crazy, who does amazing free-form get her done journaling in her own traveler's notebooks, and I really love her style. It is absolutely carefree, without judgment, and it is just beautiful to watch her do journaling. So those two things really interested. I fell down the rabbit hole of traveler's notebooks and looking at all of the people on YouTube who have been able to buy stuff from Traveler's Notebooks, all of the unboxings, the openings, all of the things, the tours of the 5 shops that are in Japan, and I couldn't stand it anymore, and then I made a TN, and then I bought the basic TN kit from Traveler's Notebook. So let's start there and let's just talk about it. So, Traveler's Notebooks come in a beautiful package like this. Spoilers, I have already opened mine, but it comes like that, and it's a very elegantly packaged piece of journaling book. It's gorgeous. It's kind of like an Apple product, in that you just really enjoy the feel and the experience, that's the word, the experience of opening it. It comes in this little bag, and then you sort of pull it out, and I got the camel version, and I am deliberately showing you the back. And this has an elastic, and it comes with an insert that you can put in. And then this is, and I think I showed you this is the insert that I made. And it is the insert that is going to keep track of all the baseball games that I go to this year. And you can see the just rawness of this. This isn't a high fidelity, high maintenance kind of thing. It's just raw, and I really love that as a style. And that's sort of where I stopped, because it's like, okay. And then I have this piece for actual travel. I went to an art store, I went to Jack Darling Park, some other things. So let's talk about this book, shall we? Let's. Because I think it really has a lot of application in the junk journaling community. So we've got the Traveler's Notebook. It consists of a leather cover. So there's 2 sizes. There is this size, which I think is called the regular notebook, and it also has a passport size, which is about that size. So there's 2 sizes, and I think there's only 2 sizes. So the regular and then passport. And then, so the 2 sizes, there is a cover. So this is a cover. Let's call that a cover. The cover has like standard, you can get this at any time, and it also has special editions. And the special editions have some kind of cover that is usually embossed, or it has a strong theme to it. So there's one that's diner, there's one that's Kyoto, there's one that's Tokyo, there's one that's trying to think of other ones that I've seen, but they're like very, very highly themed, and the cover is embossed. Then you have inserts. And the inserts would be considered the paper. So this notebook here, that's considered an insert. And I think there's about 32 different choices. And then there are the special editions. So this is how an insert or a refill comes. There's this very specific labeling that happens, and this is 03, and it goes, I think, all the way up to 32. So there are white pages, cream pages, craft pages, lined, dotted, watercolor paper, thin paper, there's tea paper. There's all these different kinds of paper that is sort of pre-made and put into one of these notebooks, and then you can pop it in and Bob's your uncle. There is jewelry. So let's call it cover jewelry, and then the bookmark. So the cover jewelry is this here, and this happens to be an abalone button that I have that just worked, and they come in all kinds of different shapes and materials. They're usually some kind of a brass or a pewter or copper colored. Quite often it has it matches the special edition. So for the diner, for example, it has a little car. There was a coffee one as a special edition, and that comes with a coffee bean and a little coffee cup. And then there is this. Oops, no, there isn't. Where are we at? Here we are. So this is the bookmark that is connected to the book here at the top, and you can put something on the bottom. And I did the same thing. I just used a couple of beads and tied a knot, and you can get all kinds of different kind of jewelry for the bottom. You can get let's go back and do some more inserts. So this is paper inserts, and let's call them functional inserts. So there are things like, there's a folder, there's plastic, like pen holders, credit card holders. So I'll call them plastic holders. There is a card that you can put stickers on, and that it's like a quick release. For stickers. There's a writing board. And etc., etc., etc. So there's two kinds of inserts. There's the jewelry, And there's stickers that quite often come as a special editions or special edition sets. There are clips. So think about wanting to journal on this page and then going away, and then you have to find the page again. You go away and you have to find the page again. You might want to just be able to clip this open like that. And there are brass clips that travelers sell. So there are brass page clips that are both regular and special edition. There is bags, so carriers, or journal sleeves. And I'll call them totes as well. Totes. I think there is some washi tape. What else is there? I think I'm running out. There may be some pencils. And I don't know, there is also a repair kit to repair any of the elastics that pop off. And there is also this, which is the rubber band connectors. And so the rubber band connectors allow I'll take it apart so you can see it better. So this is, I got the bookmark stuck. There we are. So this, like, it's such a simple, it's literally a rectangle of leather that has got an elastic band in the middle, a string in the middle, and then an elastic band popping out of the back to be able to keep the thing closed. So I have 2 journals, and I have found the middle of one and the middle of the other, and I have put the elastic band in around this way and then close them both, and now I have a way of being able to put both of them in and have them anchored. And so there is a whole methodology of being able to do 1 insert, 2 inserts. If I want to do a 3rd insert, I would probably, if I could, just put another insert in here, and then I would have, close it up, and I would have 3. And you do the same kind of math for a 4. You would join 2 like this and put them in the middle as well, and then you sort of scoosh it out and you make it fit. And so I think that is the basic and majority offering of the Traveler's Notebook. And their goal, stated, is that they should provide something fairly simple and straightforward to allow the user maximum customization. And as journalers and junk journalers, I think most of the art and the craft is in the customization, because we are regularly creating one-of-a-kind journals to either suit ourselves or suit another as a gift, or we sell them. So we understand very specifically the vibe of, well, here is some basic stuff, let's go and make something with it. A junk journaler, a maker, can totally make everything that is here or use it as some kind of substitute. So for example, I made this insert. I made it out of gray paper. This is a cracker box, and I completely customized it. I could use this as a clip. I have for the jewelry, I have used my own button. This is in no way, this is adding to the universe of the Traveler's Notebook. It is not to take away from the Traveler's Notebook, because there are people who, for whatever reason, are using these methods and these items beautifully. And they have zero, and I mean zero desire, I think, to make their own journals and their own thises and their own that's. It's like, why do I need to go to all of that bother when I can just purchase something from somebody who is going to make very, very fine stuff, and I don't have to worry about it. Makers have slightly different objectives, and both can live in the same community in great harmony. So that's Traveler's Notebook. And I think it is wonderful. I am super happy with this book. Like, super happy. I love it. I can see myself using it and making other junk journal inserts and so on and so forth. So I am just super, super pleased. In the ecosystem of Traveler's Notebook, of which, let's call this Traveler's Notebook the overarching umbrella. Let's actually draw an umbrella, shall we? Just for grins. Oops. So under the TN umbrella, they have 5 shops in Japan, and each one of those shops sells stuff that is unique to that shop, and they don't sell it online. They don't ship the materials necessarily overseas. You have to go to that shop. So there are a lot of people who are in this ecosystem that go there, and I love that they spend so much time filming and doing the unboxing, because they do beautiful work, and it is so lovely to see so much of Japan, because they're usually saying, oh, well, I did this, and while I was in Japan, I saw this and that and the other thing. One of the other places that a lot of people go when they are there is a place called, I wrote it down, called the Superior Labor. I think they call it TSL. The Superior Labor does a lot of Traveler's Notebook. So they do TN customization. And it is very high-end, beautiful work. And so the kinds of things that they do is they will mount covers, like cover badges. I have seen them do leather customization. So for example, looking for something that I can use. let's use this piece of paper. Not the right size, but they would stitch in a piece of leather so that you now have a back insert. They might do a whole strip on this side so that you can tuck in maybe business cards or something here. And there's a whole variety of options that they have. And if you're a maker, you can do exactly the same thing. What else do they have? I think they also have, I think they sell badges. They certainly sell, where are the bags? Journal sleeves and totes. And I think the Superior Labor Company is closely associated with TN, and Traveler's Notebook does a lot of collaborations. Partners. And this is mostly for the special editions. So they would have had a partner for coffee, and I think they had one for airlines, and so on and so forth. So this company is very, very focused on creating the highest quality of Traveler's Notebook that they can. They create these partnerships to create their special editions. So they are sort of broadening their ecosystem, and they have Superior Labor as another, I don't know if they're a partner or they just coexist, and because that they are doing stuff that Traveler's Notebook isn't, it's like, okay, that's fine. And then let us call the makerspace of journalers and junk journalers, which is us. So what else have I done here? So I have done Superior Labor, customization of the cover. I've done some jewelry. This is almost immediately too small. I love the idea of having a bag, and so I made my own, which fits much nicer. It's much looser. Yeah, and I'll just see it's taller and it's wider. So this might be something more in the Superior Labor area. I made my own insert, which is here, but I wanted to have the real thing to see what the real thing is, because there's details. There is the actual size, there is the number of pages, and I wanted to have this as well because I think that this will be my, if nothing else, it will be my baseball journal. And I think, because it took me a while. I mean, I'm such a knob. It's a traveler's notebook, which in the title suggests that you are going somewhere. And I am embarrassed to say how long it took me to realize, oh, it's about going somewhere. And so it makes sense to me that this is a baseball journal because I go to games. I am able to create other content because I am going somewhere. I am going to the beach. I am going to the art store. I am moving somewhere. It doesn't, that's not to say that you can't do personal journaling or any other kind of journaling. You do you, boo. but the idea that this came about as a result of travel makes, helps make some sense of this. And this is also why I was able to pick the label that I did, which is Lake Louise Banff National Park. I have spent a shocking amount of time in this location, and it is one of my favorite places on earth, for a whole variety of reasons. So I think that is all I wanted to say about TNs at the moment. I think I am in the rabbit hole. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I think I'm going to spend most of my time in a makerspace, and I will pay close attention to these other things, but I don't think I need so much of this because I can make it. And again, we have a large ecosystem here where I am going to super enjoy everybody who is down this rabbit hole and down this rabbit hole, getting the customized things and the special editions and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to really enjoy their joy at opening it because, ooh, some of those things are really, really pretty. If I were to pick one thing, and this would have been one thing 24 hours ago, that I really wanted to have, it would have been a paper insert of the 32 different choices. One of them is tea, T-E-A, as in sipping tea, paper. And I wanted to see what the inside of that paper looked like. And it looks very much like that sort of light made paper that you can get in some books. And so curiosity satisfied, I don't know that I need to do that anymore. But I am on board for making another TN because I think these are terrific. And I am super, super happy to have gone down this rabbit hole because I think it is going to expand my appreciation and understanding of the practice of journaling, memory keeping, as well as improving my own sort of maker practice. Anyways, that is all for now. I think I have nothing more to say, except that I totally love this. Anyways, in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Love you lots, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.